Well, everyone. Well, it looks like the raid didn't work. I'm sitting. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Hey everyone, welcome to the STELLATHON. This is the STELLATHON. This is my section of the STELLATHON. I noticed Kara forgot to raid. That's fine. It's okay. Yeah, so this is welcome to the STELLATHON. Go ahead. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, grab that link, go ahead and pin it right now. Donate to Stella now. And then pin that message. And that's going to go away. Whatever. And here's the thing. Welcome everyone to the STELLATHON. My name is Scott. My name is FK Sucks. This is our relaxation corner. In fact, I'm having shit. Hold on one sec. Fuck. Shit. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Cool. Hold on. Everyone just hold on. Just hold on 1 second. Everyone get off my ass. Hold on for 1 second. Telethon. Relaxing music 24/7, stress relief music, sleep music. Seaside. Okay, soft seaside jazz. Soft seaside jazz. No, wait, I listened to this one before. I got copyright claim. Relaxing. Thank you for being a smile superstar. And everyone, this is the relaxation corner. It's been so stressful today. We just need to relax. We just need to take a step and we need to chill. So welcome to the STELLATHON. My name is Scott. So here's some important information about me. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $10. Here's some important information about me. I'm a Twitch streamer. This is my Twitch stream. It's a low-key chill vibes kind of stream that people can just like come in and enjoy every Tuesday night. And it's just like it's just fun vibes, and that's sort of like what we have going on. And here's what I think about being relaxed. I love to unwind after a tough day. You're scaring my cat? I'm sorry, your cat needs to relax. Sorry. Your cat your pussy need to chill out.
That's some shit Dione would say.
Nailed it!
I see you.
Thank you so much for that one goblin for $25. And this is all for Stella, my friend Stella, who has been a light in my life for as long as I remember. I have seen all of her amazing posts. I love every single one. Thank you, King Xavier, for $20. And I'm gonna do something special for you. There are a bunch of people who are touching all of my.
Nah, but for real, Vioni, you're my goat for life.
Vione's not even here yet, and you're already spamming the.
Wig, did you just say wig?
Yes.
I know, wig. I feel that already.
What is wig? What is wig?
No, it's not your language. It's just for us. Wig.
We're on.
Oh, come
We're
on,
here.
man.
We're here together.
I love you
I love you
so
much.
God.
Rate a mutual Vioni, 5 bags.
Give Stella money, please.
That's right. Go ahead and send money to Stella. Go ahead and donate to Stella at summergamestress.com/donate. And here's what I have to say to you. Okay, so everyone is touching my redeems. They're getting their grubby little fucking fingers all
Relax, everyone. I'm gonna blast sensual relaxation energy until you fall into a kindly slumber.
And no one sleep on this. No one sleep on this. No one sleep on Stella. No one sleep on the Stellathon.
I also want you to send Stella money.
That's right. That's right. Everyone's touching my redeems. They're getting their grubby little fingers all over them. And here's the thing. There's one redeem that's missing. And it's probably the redeem that gets played the most. Because here's the thing. I can't give it away for free today. I will do a flip for $1. If you send $1, I will do a flip. Send $1.
In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got
That's
it.
gonna
all
play
right.
twice because there were 2 rated mutuals. Thank you for the delicious sexual chocolate. Hypothetically speaking, is there any other way to PayPal than PayPal to donate? Thank you so much, $50 for Ann and Ann.
I guess my heart is broken.
My heart is never broken when it comes to sending
In
Stella
October,
money. $14.67
you
for
were
gone
on a Zoom
AFK.
call with
And
your
here's what I have to say about
colleagues from
Stella.
the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break.
I will do a flip for
several
her
minutes,
for $1.
During which time you were caught masturbating.
Stella
on
does.
camera.
Stella, as far as I know, does have a Venmo.
You were subsequently fired from that job.
It's
after
not going to get
27
tracked
years
here,
of
but you
working
can
there.
just send it directly to her that way.
You since then have been on leave from CNN.
But this is the
Do I have all that
only
right?
payment
You got it all
processor
right.
as far as I
Sad
know.
to say.
Unless it like suddenly showed up in the tip that. Unless it like suddenly showed up.
Just hanging out?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for just hanging out.
I don't know about you, Russ, but I feel so relaxed right now.
I feel like I am in a sauna and all of my fears and anxieties are coming out of my pores.
We feel like we're sitting in a hot spring right now, looking out over Mount Fuji.
I probably look like one of those little monkeys with the oranges and or the capybaras in the back.
The little monkeys with the oranges in the hot springs. You
in
know.
Japan. Hi, Nakara. Hi, everyone. Thank you for supporting Stellathon. Thank you for supporting Stella.
Support Stellathon. You could make. Listen, I'm just saying.
That's some shit
Honestly,
Vioni
the
would
going
say.
rate of
That's
$1
right.
per flip
Vioni would say support Stellathon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so true.
And I would say that honestly, the going rate of $1 per flip is actually probably cheaper overall than the points value having to be given.
Thank you for
This
the
is a
$10.
steal of a deal.
Yes.
Think how many flips you could make Scott do.
Oh my god.
By the
wait,
way,
hold
my
on.
name is Little Russ. Scott, I shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be on the stream. I messed up. I clicked the link to join by accident. Scott is hashtag my master. He's teaching me the secrets of comedy, so he's hashtag my master. And I really appreciate, them not kicking me out of the call immediately, like they should, honestly.
Right. So I forgot there was something I was gonna do. And here's what I had to say about Mika. Mika's one of the best damn dogs as far as I know. Here's something I forgot to do. I actually have my lapel mic that I forgot to put on. And I was gonna put it on because now here's the thing. When I say I will do a flip for $1, that does not mean 50 if you give $50, which hold on. I believe that was Cleveland Show actually owns sent. And Cleveland Show actually owns did say, Stella, do you like the Cleveland Show? Just because you sent $50 doesn't mean I'm gonna do 50 flips.
Now, what that means?
$50 flip? Can you give them a $50 quality flip?
What that really means is that you have to donate $1 at a time 50 times.
That's right. That's exactly what you need to do. Now, come on. Gonna need an answer on that. You're gonna have to reach out to Stella. Now, hold on. I need to switch my mic to my other mic. I need to switch my mic to my other mic. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, you're coming through.
Can the stream hear me? Can the stream hear me totally fine?
Yeah, you
Everything
sound
coming
fantastic. You sound like a cruise director,
for the
and you're putting
$50
all
up
of
and
the you're like putting all the residents of this cruise line. You're making them relaxed and ready to go on this adventure.
through? So here's the important thing: is now that everyone has sent a bunch of money, I got to do flips. So I got to, and Jazz, of course, is I want to say probably the Miga of this situation.
Jazz, watch out, Jazz.
So now I'm not gonna flip on Jazz, okay?
That's right. Scott is going to flip directly onto Jazz.
I'm not gonna flip on Jazz.
Directly onto Jazz.
Hi, Jazz.
But like in a way, it ends in a hug, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful, touching moment.
If anybody watched AEW last night, Jazz is gonna catch Scott like what is it? Kyle Fletcher caught Speedball Mike Bailey in an embrace.
And you can't be talking about wrestling on the stream. You cannot be talking about wrestling on the
We're
stream.
losing followers. Oh my goodness. Action Evan. How much to flip on Jazz? Come on. That's almost a $50 flip worth there.
I heard that.
Just think, you can make Scott do like a theoretically infinite number of these as long as you keep giving $1
Right.
at a time. Thank you, Chimp Zealot, for the $10 to Stellathon.
Okay.
I'll cover that while Scott does the flips. I'll do the
Yes.
shoutouts.
That was enough for like $50, right? Thank you for the delicious sexual chocolate.
King Xavier J asks, AEW question, are both halves of Top Flight healthy again? As an official, kind of like, as one of the member of Tiny Khan's army, Tiny Khan Job, as we call him on our stream. Scott, do you know anything about this?
I of course love the team of Sky Flight. Why is this only? Hold on, this is only coming through one. It's only coming through one channel. Hold on.
It sounds great in Discord.
In Discord, it sounds great.
It's using the other mic on Discord.
Well, no wonder it sounds great on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I can fix this. Okay.
Scott, I did want to say,
okay, it should be fine.
I wanted to share something.
Don't send
with
bits
all
to me. I appreciate you sending me bits. Don't send me bits. That doesn't go to Stella. You have to donate to Stella. Okay.
Well, you still flip for them? It's
Yeah,
still
I'll do
100 bits to you. All I was going to say, Scott, is I prepared a poem.
Right. No, I know you did.
DJ Weed Pizza, thank you for $25. Shoutouts, that white dad wearing a dashikis for you.
I wanted to say this is a relaxation corner. And I hope you're all being relaxed by watching Scott do his miraculous flips. But, I write poetry occasionally, and Scott, through gritted teeth, allows me to put it on this channel.
It's a
I don't
beloved
even know if you
segment.
can hear me right now. It's a beloved segment. So I wanted to make a poem about community.
Yeah.
I love that show.
I wanted to make a poem about community and sharing, but I also kind of wanted to cater it because Scott really doesn't like it when I do poetry. So I'm going to try, I kind of wanted to combine kind of this theme of community and togetherness, but also kind of focus on the kind of stuff that Scott's really concerned about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
The kind of the stuff he talks a lot about on his, on the regular stream.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay. So, I'm not an expert. I think they actually had a paid poet on earlier who, trained for this. I'm an amateur. I just come on here.
Hey, art is art. That's the beauty.
Art is art. Okay. So I wanted to just make
Fucking
a poem.
God damn it.
What's wrong, Scott?
No, do your poem. Do your poem.
Thank you for the $10 donation, by the way.
I just hope this like expresses my feelings about how you all
There
support
once was a
Stella.
Stella from Nantucket.
And I hope it extends into other stuff, especially the things that concern Scott specifically. He's very upset about these kind of things. So here we go. Grief and Scott and everyone listening, this is an ode to gamers. We all know the flamers, defamers, haters, and deflators who attack us, the noble and kindly gamers. They say we're losers with no wives or lives. I know a red plumber who denies those lies. They say gamers have no friends. Wait till you meet a blue speedster rodent whose crew helps him reach levels ends.
Okay.
And they say women cannot be gamers and show them much malice. I can't wait for you to learn of Miss Croft and how she raids a lost palace. And the worst lie of all that drives me to madness is that gamers don't stand with others in times of sadness. Nonsense from bottom to end. Their logic they clearly had to bend. For as you can see from the stream right here, gamers stand together and share in times of great fear. When one of our own is hurt and needs helping, we stand together like D&D party, dwarf, elf, gnome, and tiefling. For many in our community, there was hurt upon us that's been foisted. Echoes of pain long...
Thank you for the $10, Achilles bump.
Echoes of pain long reverberates unto us we had no choices. Things felt we could not prevent, like having no items we could stockpile before fighting X-Death. Final Fantasy V. Things like bullying, attacking, harassed, and desecration. Young gamers attack before even having a controller in hand via operation. That's right. Baby gamers attacked in the night. Foolhardy doctors, misinformed parents, medical malpractical might of the institution everywhere in sight. Let me ask, fellow gamers, and I don't say this lightly, do you know about circumcision and its dangers presented to those so young?
Okay,
and so
hold on.
private?
No. We're not doing the circumcision thing again. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're not doing that again.
All right.
We're not doing that again.
Thank you, everyone.
Chemical balances in the brain from losing one's foreskin, depression mounting, as our life's troubles make one feel unnatural distortion.
Let me get it on screen.
Forced to listen to loud anti-game screens, but never does the doctor with scalpel feel ashamed of their words and deeds. Laughed at, lack of heft at the sight of one's attacked member. Feels like Christmas with no gaming presents from Gamer Santa every December. We need to rally and defeat this epidemic. Side with young gamers and end this oppression systemic.
That's right.
Be a hero like.
That's right. I hear that.
Be a hero like Master Chief, Assassin's Creed, or
That's right. Make some noise.
Do not allow another baby's body to be attacked oh so rudely. Reach out and contact your congressman post haste. We need to, as gamers, save face, protect young gamers' lower place. Also, helping Stella too.
Is he? Wait.
Thank you, Nora Rude, for the $1.
I haven't finished, by the way.
You can't hear it, but I'm snapping. Oh, it's not done.
I'm just, hang on, sorry. I just want to know, give me rough percentage, how much more you got?
One more stanza.
All right, go.
Also helping Stella too, so though that you should not pause, because the fools out there, they say gamers are uncaring. When you meet Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, well, that will show you the correct directional. Thank you, that was an ode to gamers.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that
that was so relaxing.
I was so happy that I was able to kind of unite the Stellathon and kind of the stuff that Scott's worried about, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, touching poem.
Thank you so much, Russ, for your amazing poem.
Oh! All right! Everybody! Wait, hey! Sorry I'm late. Put me on!
Fucking
Put me on, Chud! Come on! Come on, Chud, put me on!
Dude, you're fucking
let me in!
God damn it!
I'm ripping out the gate! Let me in!
The relaxation DJ has arrived.
All right! I'm here as requested! What is he? What?
He's doing flips.
Okay.
For money.
You requested me. What do you want?
What do you want, Pseudo? What do you want?
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. I'm here to provide the music for today's charity stream. Everybody make some noise for Scott. How do I?
It's for Stella.
hang on.
It's for Stella.
Sorry.
It's for Stella.
Was it on?
We're over $8,000, everyone. Thank you.
Yes,
Let's go.
thank you.
That's right. Rhythm is not optional. Let me hear it.
Whoa.
Bounce, bounce, bounce,
Wig,
bounce, bounce, bounce.
Wig, did you just say wig?
Yes.
I know, wig. I feel that already.
What is
Let me change that pitch
It's not
for
your
you.
language, it's just for us. Wig.
We're on. Oh, come on, we're here.
man.
We're here together.
I love you
I love you.
so much.
That's right. How do I?
This is
Hey.
one of the most relaxing songs.
Him
we've
rolling
ever
so hard
experienced.
I've never been more relaxed in my life than I am.
That's
right.
right. It's for charity. Bro.
Yes, it's turning me into Ariana Grande. I can feel it working.
I thought it was
We're raising
Stella.
money. Loads of money.
You can download Stella by typing !! Stella in the chat. No, you can you can donate to Stella. You can donate to Stella.
That's right.
With the donation link. Summer game is done. Summer game's done quick.
Whoa, hey.
Just donate.
That's right.
Pin in the chat right now. You can go ahead and grab that.
I think someone died. And we're raising cash. All right, that's all the $75 deposit permitted.
All right,
So-
That was really nice.
Yay!
Hey,
Thank
yeah.
DJ.
Thank you to the DJ.
Yeah. Do we want an encore?
Can we afford an encore?
Can we afford an encore? I see you got a lot of money down there. You could be more.
That's right. Go ahead and donate to Stella right now. If you
That's right.
love
The
money.
next donations will get the encore rolling.
And the encore will go on
Let's-
for 45 minutes. It will go
Let's
longer
see.
than the regular performance.
I've got something else mixed up for the encore.
What is this an impression of, Pseudo? I don't. What is?
It's
this
not an impression. I'm in the original. You
Are you-
fucking hack.
Are you
I
supposed
was
to be
gonna
Liam
say-
Gallagher or something? Are you supposed to be a
I was
Gallagher?
gonna say this. I don't know what you're talking about, Russ. This is what Pseudo's always sounded like.
This is kind of-
Oh,
The one,
authentic
the
Pseudo.
only.
I think this is just because he has his gain turned up. Usually he's a lot quieter, but it's the same voice. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
hang on,
yeah.
wrong.
British
It's a different
Australian.
mic.
This is an ASMR mic.
Hang
My
on.
roommate did send me a message asking what the fuck is going on. What is this? No, come on, come on, kid.
All right, encore time, baby. Encore time. And you know what? Wait, hang on. How would I?
We have like 3 minutes left. So we have like 3 minutes. You have to fucking blast.
3 minutes and 28 seconds. Have you got it?
You have to blast through your fucking Flowbots bit as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll put it on 1.5 speed.
Go bots.
Okay, and also, you're gonna have to listen to the stream itself because it's coming from my computer, but the theremin is not. So you're gonna have to like listen to the.
What?
You know how it is.
No,
You know it how it
just
is.
Just share the. I can't put the stream on. What do you mean?
What? No, unmute.
Okay.
My shared window.
Okay, hold on.
Shouts out John. Shoutouts to John. That's a hundo in there.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Okay, so we're going. So I have to unmute you. Okay. And unmute you. And go to. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Can you hear me?
You're ready. Yeah, you're good.
All right. This one is gonna go out to the person who needs it most.
Stella, our friend.
Wait,
Stella.
that's not the. Hang on, that's not the.
Donate.
Hang on.
Donate today.
Sorry, karaoke. Sorry. That was the regular version. Okay. 1.5 speed. I can't hear you, so I hope you're saying something nice.
Or anything at all.
All right. Everybody. Now I can't hear the beat because the beat is in me.
I can't hear any of the stuff.
Encore! The encore!
No handlebars.
This is what we call rock
Fuck
and
yeah.
roll, everybody.
Back with no handlebars. No handlebars.
Dance like nobody's
no
listening.
Handlebars. Look at me. Look at
Donate
me.
to Stella and I'll flip like crazy.
That's how we started the stream, and that's how we end it.
And I go on put back again. I can not a cherry stomach. I believe in no words to take a loss. I'm about to be an American. That's how it's all bad. Me, my friend, made a come. I guess I love you too. I can't do anything I want because look, I can't keep up rhythm with no metronome. No metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone. On the telephone. Look at me, this conversation
Yes.
live, and it's such a mama, don't curl up with the book to me. I can make money open up with
Yeah, can we get a do-over? The monkey flip block the monkey shot block the flip. So we might need to redo that real quick.
I can make you want to buy rod. Moving shake with every nose,
I feel like we have some people in here. I don't know if they're first-time chatters or haven't chatted in a while, but they get the stream better. They got the stream instantly.
We're glad everyone immediately understands what we do here.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
This one goes out to whoever died or is in trouble. This world is fucked, but in this house, it's good!
Did you just say
It
wig?
feels
Yes.
so good to be alive on top and reach this double
I feel
tower
that
scared
already.
because
What
it's
is
double
wig?
tower
It's
scared.
It's
I
not
have to
your
go.
language. It's
Okay,
just
let me
for
be
us.
I have to
vaccinated.
go to the next.
What does this do?
We're here together.
I have to go to the next segment.
Next relaxing segment.
I hope you all feel properly relaxed and ready for the rest of the Stellathon now.
I hope you feel like a capybara with a bunch of
Wig, I
oranges.
feel that already.
Let's go.
Okay, bye.
It's not your language. It's just for us. Wig.
We're on.
Oh,
Come on, we're here.
man.
We're here together.
I love you
I love you
so
oh my
much.
God.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
2
so
plus
much.
2 is 4 minus 1. That's 3 quick maths.
Thank you so much, everyone. My segment is now officially over. And I wanna thank all my friends, Russ, Pseudo, Greet the Deer, Cohab, all of my homies who like to show up for the streams. We do this every Tuesday at a 7 p.m. EST. If you like what you saw, go ahead, throw a follow. But also, most importantly, throw some money down over to Stella. We're getting ready for the next segment. I'm gonna take this thing off the screen. Thank you so much, Cappers. I'm gonna take this one off the screen. Also, my alerts are apparently just gone. Oh no, it's the flush. The flush is overriding the follow alerts. But yes, we have this is a very, very exciting next segment. I feel insane going from what we just did to what we're about to do because it's I don't even, frankly, I don't even know how to begin to describe this. If my special guest here,
I guess my heart is broken.
My heart isn't broken. If my special guest here would like to speak up and explain what exactly is going on, that would be amazing.
Oh my god, I was muted.
Can
Can y'all see me?
I'm pulling you
Keep
up right now.
tweeting until your enemy's list has been vanquished.
Trying a little something new.
I have you at a
camera shot.
I have you at a vertical view, so it is going.
Keep tweeting.
It is going this way.
Okay, good. Wait.
No matter how many times.
This is of course Zoe Quinn.
Hello. I've rigged up a weird little contraption with my phone here, so that's why we're kind of stuck in vertical view right now. I'm not sure how to do that on Discord. Oh my god. I'm allegedly a game developer or something, so pretty good at tech.
This is Zoe. Do you want to explain what you're going to be doing here today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a sword. I have all the components here, though. In true almost like cooking show fashion, I can show you what the finished product will eventually look like, and it's this, but better, because this sword has a little problem. I don't know if you can see the big old crack right through here. So I'm going to be remaking this sword, and as you can see here, I've already printed the component parts. And yeah, I'm going to take everyone through the process of getting from this to this before you get to painting anyway, because that's like a whole thing and requires a couple days of waiting for various things to dry. But hopefully, if the chat feels like it, if you have any questions about how to make swords, how to do 3D printing, how to do 3D modeling, anything like that, please ask them to me, so I'm not just talking to myself like a completely insane person for the hour I will be with you. I might be a completely insane person, but I like to cosplay as a functioning adult.
Zoe Tripp says that's a PLD sword toe to tip.
It is! It's the Manderville Paladin sword from Final Fantasy XIV, and because this is my first time streaming anything like this, I'm like, oh, let me get the squapes. If you are a Final Fantasy XIV player, the square grapes that we have for some reason. I've got a cactar. I've got a little otter. I don't know, man. I've never done this. I just love Stella so much that I wanted to stream for her.
And if you love Stella as well, go ahead, check the pinned tweet and donate to her right now.
Yes. Now we are, as a fellow narrative designer, we got to stick together because the industry is on fire and some of us are going insane and languishing in unemployment, making swords. Stella deserves better than that. Stella also deserves a sword. This will not be the last time that I make her one, but this is a different context. So yeah.
Yeah, she got $20 from Von Aether. Thank you so much, Von Aether.
Thank you. Okay, so I can just dive in and get started, unless if you want to just keep an eye on chat and let me know if you have any questions. Excellent. Thank you very much. So what I've got here is I'm just trying to make sure we're in frame, so you might see me peek in from time to time. We've got the fresh off the printer. I have not done a damn thing to these raw parts. I have fairly large format printers, so I'm able to print pretty sizable chunks, mercifully. But if you are wanting to get into this kind of hobby, you can kind of do this. Really kind of the thing that unlocked this for me was I met my best friend who had been doing cosplay props and stuff as well. And I just had like a tiny little Ender 3, which is like the most entry-level 3D printer you can possibly get. It's almost like a rite of passage to get one and completely change all of the parts on it to try to make it work better. And I met this person, I'm like, who's now my creative partner, that, we're sort of like working towards making our own little costuming and fashion atelier together. He goes by Juki. He's on Blue Sky Juki Overlock. Give him a follow. He's great. We live together so that we can pool all of our machines, do this more effectively, and share a garage where we can do our stinky stuff like paint, anything super fume heavy. It's really, really nice to have.
Oh my God.
So,
Pirate Hearts, $100. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate you. So we're going to be, I think in the full hour, I can show you a variety of techniques here. We're going to get these nasty supports off of here without, ruining all the little sculptural details underneath. Then we had a little printer goof. I don't know if you can see here. these map to roughly this. So you see they have this nice like little fleur-de-lis shape. And my printer, there's like not really a good way to handle the supports on this to make it not end up all chewy. So I'm going to actually take this UV clay, which is a super cool little thing that works like clay but doesn't harden until you blast it with UV light. You can hit it with a sand, and I've got my little UV lamp here. We're going to be using it a couple times over the course of this. So I'm going to actually hand sculpt parts of this back on. We've got, I think I can get this done within the hour, but we have something crucial here, which is a big old aluminum tube. And what that's for is that underneath this, you can see it's like everything I've modeled in this little entry hole here. Because if you had just picked this up with no underlying support structure, as you can imagine, this end tip is like way heavier than this like little bottleneck right here. So just snap off. So to get around that, if you model in little holes, like channels for divots to help distribute that weight along a something sturdier inside, whether I know some people use wooden dowels, I prefer aluminum just because it's light and kind of cool. Plus, you know, when I cut into it later, and I'll give you a heads up so you can mute me when that happens. We'll have a little sparky show of lights, like a little firework for Stella. And so I'm going to basically free these pieces from their shell, stick it all together, add this aluminum dowel, and start filling in the cracks and seams, because like where the real magic happens going from here to here is in body shopping, which is sanding, priming, filling, etc. And I have my own fancy little technique that I'll show you that actually uses the resin from my resin 3D printers. So it's kind of nice to, you know, not be wasting stuff. I can just take the old resin from that and then turn it into body shopping magic. Because if you've never painted anything like this before, if you work with chrome, chrome is going to pick up every little texture. And what I think is happening here with this crack in this otherwise beautiful sword, that because I am an insane person, I can't just simply accept as is. I think what happened is the weight did not distribute properly along a big enough rod in there. So while I have filled and body shopped and puttied and everything in this damn little crack, I must have like sand and filled this thing like at least 5-6 times by now. No matter what, that crack comes back. So we're going to make sure it's nice and well supported on that rod, because I think what's happening is like you can do a great job, but if the weight is, you know, if it's like it's going to fracture along those lines yet again. So that's a long overview. Let's make a sword.
I have some donations. $100 from Pirate Hearts, $50 from Jabroni Sean, $100 from Amons, and then another $50 from Anonymous. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hell yes. Let's get Stella paid.
We're over 8,500 now. Holy crap.
Excellent. So yeah, I'm just going to start snapping these supports off. These are tree supports if you're a 3D printing person at all. I like them because usually snap off pretty well, but funny story and good little tale on working smarter, not harder. I was rushing to try and get this done for an event deadline that has obviously come and gone. So when I was, because these are all models I made as well, which again, if you have any questions about that, happy to explain. I'm a ZBrush and Blender person, so if you want Maya or Autodesk advice, I will cry. But there it goes. Launching parts of the sword is a fundamental part of the process. So unfortunately, when I was rushing through this, instead of setting all of my sizes for things in an appropriate setting, or saving that, I just kind of was like, nah, I'm only going to print this once, right? And, you know, the exact sizes were lost to time because I didn't save the percentages in a format I could find later with my little ADHD rat brain. So these gems in here are actually molded and casted, or at least this one is. I ended up 3D printing these and doing a lot of post-processing on painting the backs different colors. These all have a thin layer of resin painted over them, and the filigrees attached to them so they slot right in. when modeling, I like to try to like make things fit together so you can, separately piece out something like a high detail piece onto a resin printer, which would need to be smaller, into like, a larger piece like this. So if you can see, the edges are kind of scalloped because this little teeny tiny filigree on it is actually part of the gem and printed as part of it. So I could just right onto it and wouldn't have to worry about, basically this effect happening to that. Or trying to, make it work in post. A whole lot of thinking went into that. But when I did this, it was for another printer that was having issues with like smoothly moving the carriage and not just like bonking into the supports and knocking the whole thing off the print bed while it was printing, which really sucked. So these supports are ungodly strong and might take me a minute to fully get off. So bear with me. And if you have questions, please ask them now. It'll be the easiest time, since this is going to be by far the most mundane work that is not as interesting to anybody as the next parts.
I do have a couple donations. I got
also good.
$20 from Mark, $50 from Josie Mostly, $25 from JT Hammer, and of course $10 from Caro. Thank you so much. Vaughn Keebler in the chat asks, "Sorry for being dumb, but how do I donate more than $10? You can put in a custom amount. I'm pretty sure you can. Everyone else has been able to." Yeah, no, in the USD field, just type in the amount you want to put in.
And if you end it in 69 cents, I will say nice on stream.
Let's go. There was a while.
That's not even an incentive. I just have brainworms.
There was a while during Gita's section where a lot of people were donating different ways to put in 6-7, which of course we have sort of also named 6 Stella. So if you do want to donate some sort of 6 Stella sort of routine, I do encourage it. Oh, and also it looks like right now it is actually 67 cents at the end of our total. So that's something that just sort of crept up on us.
That's emergent narrative, folks. Oh yeah, I guess if you want to talk about narrative design, I have been doing that for 15 years or whatever, but swords are cool.
I just noticed the otter.
Yes, the otter. There's a little Squeeze X pop-up shop in Little Tokyo the other day, and we have ferrets. So we're not going to see their closest cousin, especially since I went crazy and decorated the hell out of our guild house on our server with, basically, I made so many little otter lamps and like worked way too hard on getting all the materials to make the otter housing item because they're so cute. So I'm not going to pass that up. Oh God, I thought this was going to go faster.
It's okay. You got an hour. I think it'll make it through.
Yeah, kind of glad I didn't stick to the half hour now. Like, oh right, I basically entombed this thing in supports because I didn't want to. Because this probably took a week of just constantly running the printers to print. So when you are like on hour 80 of a print and it's like actually garbage, it sucks. I wouldn't recommend it. So sometimes you get a little bit overcautious. And go a little crazy with your supports.
Dear LB in the chat asks, "A 3D printing AMA, most tedious manual labor?" ?
No, there's definitely more tedious. I mean, one of the things that's really great about 3D printers is so much of the labor is kind of automatic. So, I'm sorry, I have a special guest.
Hello.
Trying to appear on. This is Lulu. This is what her tummy looks like. She's good. She can hang out for a second. There you go. Sometimes it also helps a sword to get blessed by a small weasel.
Thank you so much for the $75. I've been Addy Light. Thank you. And thank you, $25 from Anonymous.
Yes. My lovely assistant Juki here is oiling the weasel. Oiling the weasel is another important step in making a sword. A lot of people forget to oil their weasels. Don't. They love it. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you just gotta, there we go. Big chunk rip off. The critical thing that I like to do to ensure the supports don't like destroy the detail is like at least clip it by any of the slightly subtle things, because if you just like yank it and like one of these itty bitty points come off, it's more stuff that I have to sculpt back on later, which it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. There we go. It's kind of funny. I got into 3D printing partially because I wanted to make stuff like this, but I have issues with like a medical issue with the joints in my hands. So, doing it the traditional foam way was kind of a non-starter, because like if your hands are shaky and you're going in to like cut a beautiful little bevel and you just go, then congratulations, it's garbage. You ruined it.
Von Keebler with another $100. My God.
Yes!
And 3 hamburgers sent us 1002. That 02, of course, turning the 6-7 that was in the cent amount to a 6-9.
Nice.
And of course, Osmo with $5. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like
can we get a nice in the chat, please, everyone?
Yes, nice in chat.
Whole way down. That's what I want to see, please. Would a heat gun help with the supports? That's what Atrobo asks.
It probably would if I hadn't been so crazy. Like, I don't know if you can see the thickness of these. I added extra walls and infill to the supports because I was that paranoid about it flying off the printer at an inopportune time. So this is like encased in plastic. So I kind of forgot when I made the original model, which I mercifully just found the code on an old floppy, Jesus Christ, that would be actually old, on an old USB stick that had the original sizes I printed out, which saved me from having to redo the gems to just do this. I forgot that I had done this with the supports and that I've since fixed my printer. So this was really just overkill for no reason. But hey, now you guys get to see me cut my hand a little on stream. But if you don't bleed for Stella, who are you going to bleed for? If there's not like, a sword and some beautiful maiden and blood and sweat and tears, like what genre are you even in? Really?
I know. It's what Stella deserves. It's what
it is.
If you're not willing to sacrifice for her, then I don't understand why you're even here.
I know.
And remember, go ahead and sacrifice your hard-earned dollars. Go to summergamesfest.com/donate and donate to Stella right now.
A bargain at any price. And if you're like, I would like something a bit more transactional, please. All of those prizes look pretty cool.
That's right. That's right.
So you can always enter a raffle.
We have prizes. Let me grab the prize graphic and put it back on screen one more time. Here we go. Look at this. Illustrated portrait from Jessica Pugh. Mega photos. The photos straight up of the famous dog Mega. A copy of Von Bach by Owen Hammer, or you could play in a gothic horror one-shot by hosted by It's NCat. And we are also giving away. It's not on the graphic because it came in super late. We are also giving away a couple VR chat codes for VR chat skins by the creator. Hold on, I have to go and look it up in the prize center. By the creator Jinxie. By the creator Bean Thing. Bean Thing on Jinxie. I just did a very intense 30 minutes, so my brain's a little fried.
Yeah, I heard you're doing flips.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Thank you, Lulu fan, for the 69. Nice. Can we get a nice everyone in the chat?
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and steal that valor and assume you mean Lulu, my ferret, and not Lulu, the Final Fantasy character who she's named for. in which case, good taste. She's a great little ferret. And now you can see we at least like loosed that one really nasty piece, so that's at least out. The handle went quickly, and now we're going to probably just Hulkamania. Yeah, there we go. The rest of these off because I think I clipped all of the parts that would be annoying to repair later. I lied to you for no reason. I definitely didn't.
Much fewer belts on Ferret Lulu. I guess so.
Oh my god, I should make her tiny belts. That would be really cute.
Yes, holy shit.
Honestly, ferret costuming is high on the docket for me and my creative partner. because why wouldn't we? I mean, the reason we wouldn't do it is because they hate it. We got them a little hoodie once, and absolutely nobody was happy with that.
We're only $100 away from 9,000, so please, if you could, get your donations in. And just like we said, please go ahead, put your contact info in the message so we know where to send one of these beautiful, amazing Stellathon raffle prizes.
Yes, you want that photo of Miga? I want that photo of Miga.
There's 26 photos of Miga to go.
I want all 26 photos of Miga.
I also ride angrily when people buy me clothes. Understandable.
That's very real. Okay.
Mostly for me because I'm extremely large, so no one knows how many X's they got to put on my shirts. It's a little rough.
That's one of the reasons that, part of this thing that me and my best friend are doing is, not just going to be limited to costumes, is because we actually are very similarly frustrated with fast fashion's inability to make anything cool for pretty much anybody. So, we're also exploring the fashion avenue because, I got a body that, stuff doesn't like to fit, and that sucks.
Right.
And it's bad for the old self-esteem. And I'm also a non-binary person, and it seems like non-binary in fashion means I hope you like shapeless bags. So I am not the sewist of our pair. That is all up to Juki, because a man's place is behind the sewing machine.
Of course.
Of course. And my job is to tend to the forges and, deal with the hard labor, the hard non-binary labor of caring for the machines.
Of course. Every non-binary person I know is a blacksmith, so.
It just comes with the stat pack,
Exactly.
But, he's also a really good 3D modeler and 3D printer in his own right, too. So it's nice having people that can do everything, that we just kind of end up specializing to save some time. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Which includes sometimes, those people look out for you and do a telethon after you get super robbed by a total jerk. There we go. And we are finally out of the support woods. So one thing I'll say about 3D printing is I launched my ear pod out of my hair. I am eagerly waiting for the day where the filament recyclers come down from the price point of several $1,000s, because it never feels good having this much support stuff left, and I'm always looking for something to do with it.
Nakara says you can complete your team with a bisexual who solders.
Oh, I would love a bisexual who solders. I suck at soldering, and I don't know why. I need to go take a real class or something. I can get it done. It's just humiliating.
Right. I did it in high school shop. I don't think I could ever do it again. I don't know. It doesn't seem that hard. It's just hot.
You did that in high school shop? I'm so envious. Okay.
Wait,
so,
I'm a bisexual who solders. All right, get in the polycule. Come on, brother. What are you waiting for?
Or just, if that's not your deal, you just do a nice little co-op, which is kind of what we've got going on. Because communism's pretty cool.
Of course.
And that's cool with a K and an E and a W and an L. And a winky face. The winky face is silent.
Of course.
I have once again lied to chat. Because I forgot I have to unencase. Look at how hard I tried to support these stupid little pointy things, and how they didn't print anyway. So now it's just in plastic jail.
Thank you for the $6.90 from.
Nice. Okay. Gonna chew through these supports a little bit, and then we'll get on to more interesting stuff. Promise.
First time chat. I love Stella. Literally all we need to hear.
What we're building, I see 3D printing supports. What we up to?
We making swords.
Yeah, good.
Or at least trying to. If I didn't support this, as if I was expecting it to get dropped off of a Empire State Building. There we go. It's going to be really funny, the reveal of what this actually looks like once it's removed from all of this insane plastic. Anyway, that's it. Can't even click through here. Jesus Christ, what was I doing? That's the fun part, because this is like my first big build, right? It's the fun part of learning all of the everything at once, is that, you know, your skill starts to rapidly outpace the skill that you had when you started. And so you get like months in, you're just like, who the hell modeled this? This was a terrible idea.
Did you model it yourself?
I just clipped the entire head of it off and it went flying.
Back to the printer.
Well, okay, maybe we'll only do one side of this today, because I'm going to have to search my room for where the top of it went. And that is a danger with over supporting, is sometimes the part just snaps off. I'm going to give it a quick look. I have headphones in, so I can still hear y'all, but I'm going to give, oh, shit, was that it? I heard sound. Oh, I found it. Okay, great. So then we'll also show you how to fix really stupid mistakes like this, because they happen a lot. And I flung my AirPod again. Okay. Normally, this is a lot easier when you're not being perceived.
Fundamentally understand that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. These supports. All for nothing. It printed beautifully on the machine now that it's fixed and doesn't have a faulty everything. Because lately my 3D printing efforts have largely been on printing and shipping a whole lot of free ice whistles to communities around the US, which means they've just been constantly running 24/7 and have required special maintenance, because that is not their use case typically.
$10 from Doogie. Stellathon is the most heartwarming thing I've seen in a hot minute. And $66.60 from Caddy Boggins.
Donation of the beast. Thank you.
Light them up. If you go ahead. Anyone who's followed, go ahead and hit the FKA sock rock on, so everyone knows we're rocking on. That's just, it's a follow emote. Anyone can have it. It's free.
Hey, anybody who has been following, keep tweeting. Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna mute the alerts.
Donate 15. Anybody who is following and is watching this and is a Dragon Ball nerd and hasn't donated yet, or has but is thinking about donating again, donate $14.13, and we can do the meme. $14.13 is all it takes to do the meme.
This is promising.
I don't know shit about Dragon Ball, but I know that meme.
Promising Dragon Ball memes when our total is this close to 9,000 is a dangerous game, my friend.
That's the point. That's entirely the point.
Yes,
that
please
is the
go.
Meme right there.
Goad the audience.
Important note: if you're in a city, there's a good chance your local library downtown has a 3D printer you can just use. And
yes,
thank you for thank you, Get Onward, for another $69.69. Of course, breaking $9,000.
It's over.
No.
9,000. Okay, it's been done.
We're all safe. You've done it.
Yeah, and the other thing is it may not be free to use, but if it's not free to use, it's usually just going to be basically the cost of resin that you utilize, which is not as expensive as you think it is.
But typically a little bit more expensive than PLA, which is the very basic starter filament that this was printed in, which is just like plastic noodles, because there's two main types of 3D printers that are at least used in consumer models.
Yeah. You get outside of consumer grade and you start talking about, what do you mean I can print metal? It's like,
I mean, not just that. They have these crazy 3D printers now that it's like a big square of like gel, and it just injects it into the gel. So it's just like perfectly floating, no supports. It's kind of nuts.
So we've looped back into injection molding? Okay, cool.
Kinda. No mold though.
All right.
AK48 had donated $67. Thank you so much. $6.
$6.7. If the chat has any questions about molding and casting, we do that as well. There's a matching shield that goes with this that I hand sculpted the central gem out of monster clay. Not because it was like a high production value move, but because, again, I had sized the sting thing in Cura with the slicer software. So it's like I resized it on the way to the printer, and then that size percentage, which had like decimals in it, just kind of got lost. So rather than guess and check the exact size, I just slopped some monster clay in there, got it close enough to the diamond shape it needed to be, threw a mold in that, cast it, and then sanded it till it looked like a gem.
Nice.
I got $13.12 from Caitlin Bark and $4.20 Aqueous Evolution. It says, "Let's go lesbians."
Let's go lesbians! It feels right to say when you're making a sword. Or it feels right for me to say when I make a sword anyway. I don't know about you guys. Oh my god, why did I do this to myself?
So the words lesbians and sword have me thinking She-Ra, which has me thinking about the webcomic. I don't know if any of you are familiar, but Tiff and Eve is so freaking good. And I love it so much. Because
Okay.
So it's two roommates, one of whom's trans and one of whom's just a tomboy. And the tomboy at one point just made a hammer with extra wood they had lying around the shop, and has called it She-Ra and carries it with her basically everywhere. And her roommate had to be like, "You can't bring it to the protest. You're gonna get us hurt." Like, I know it's tempting. I know you want to. I understand. You cannot bring it to the protest. Do not give them a reason.
I was gonna say, I've heard a lot about these like eponymous sword lesbians. It's interesting knowing that they're out there and ready to bring their weaponry out into the field. And also $50 from Tom X. Thank you.
Also, don't discount the shield suffix. Protection is just as important.
No, that's really important.
No, and it's really hard to justify somebody being terrible to someone who's just holding a shield. Like, it's really hard.
Listen, tank mains never get the kind of love that they deserve. It is a thankless job.
It is a thankless job, but let me tell you, people are a lot more like, when it comes to IRL, people are a lot less quick to go, "Well, what was he doing if he was holding a shield than if he was holding a sword?" They're like, "Man, he's just trying not to get hit. He's not trying to hit anybody." Despite the fact that you could absolutely, seriously screw one up with someone else's shield.
The good old shield bash.
You're like, "Oh, that's just fiction." I mean, it being a button you can press is fiction. You being able to knock somebody to the ground with one, that is very much reality.
Oh, yeah. I can actually show the matching shield. I've got it over here. It was really fun to make, and there's actually some Latin that Stella gave me that's going to go on the back of it once I finish.
Oh, shit.
Cleaning it up.
That's lovely.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. And it's got like the adjustable leather straps on the back. We'll just ignore the fact that this used to be a Dickies belt. But yeah. Sometimes store-bought is fine.
Thank you for the $20.
Store-bought is fine.
Thank you for the $20, Brady C Design.
Thank you. Oh my god, these Quillians are going to be the death of me. That's one thing they never tell you about getting into making costume armor is how many incredibly obscure, archaic terms for swords, parts of armor, all of those things you're just going to
absorb.
And like it'll make you very difficult to talk to if you don't, I don't know, really pay attention to your audience when you're just kind of idly chatting. Like, oh yes, the Quillians, as everybody knows what that is.
Has anybody been watching the well, I guess only the first episode's out so far, but has anybody been watching the Min-Max RPG?
No.
I haven't seen this.
Okay. If you know I'm gonna say a phrase and you might immediately recognize one of the players. Pole dancing twink with a bow and arrow.
That could be anyone.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I go to West Hollywood. That doesn't narrow it down.
Okay, fine. It's so it's Blumenek. It is It is Sellsword Arts. It's Jacques Zewipper. And it's instructor Bensei. And then Tater the Bard is the DM. And they just started they just had their first episode, like, not last weekend, but the weekend before. And they're doing like an every other weekend release thing. And so it's a bunch of people who have like stage combat and like actual like HEMA experience and stuff, and like martial arts experience, just playing D&D together. And their plan is to like splice in scenes of them doing like and my understanding is their plan is like splice in scenes of them doing like stage combat and like skirmish.
That's pretty sick.
Into the video. So I'm excited. The first episode was fun. Like, I would recommend. It's all on YouTube, so it's not like you need a subscription to some site to watch it. Just go on YouTube and turn an ad blocker on.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you.
to know. Is that a donation we got?
Yeah, $5 from Jupiter. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jupiter. I don't know if other. Do you know if it's edited, or is it just like a long live play?
It's a 2-hour live play per episode. Is roughly the length. So they edit it out if like somebody they mostly edit it out if like somebody needs to use the restroom or whatever. At one point you see somebody walk away, but they continue the game without him, and then they cut when it gets to his turn. They cut to So it's there's not like a lot of ums and ahs or whatever. It's pretty well paced, in my experience. Also, 2 hours is kind of like the perfect length for a session to watch someone play, in my experience. Like, I like to play one that's more like 3 to 4, but watching 2 just feels great. It's like, okay, cool, I can sit down and enjoy this.
I haven't really found a live play that has really grabbed me yet. I think that's because I've got DM brain too much. Like, I'm too concerned with like my own players and my own table, which is probably a little arrogant of me, that I'm just like, it's kind of like how, like, as a narrative designer, I like coming home and watching trash reality TV that isn't like painstakingly hand authored. It's just like, improv, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Me and my stream co-host Russ, who was just on here a bit ago, we used to host an actual play podcast based off of worldwide RPG or the worldwide wrestling RPG, where we just like came in with like the most ridiculous wrestling characters we could come up with. Mine I basically described as punk edit Bart Simpson, who had the power to cry. And he was a very, very powerful wrestler. One of the strongest, actually.
Excellent. That actually sounds very similar to my time in pro wrestling school.
Hell yeah.
Because you just kind of show up with crazy ass character, and then, I mean, or at least that's how I was doing it. There were a lot more serious people in my school. But I was just like, I don't know. I kind of just showed up here because I said on Twitter in 2017 or whenever the hell this was, this is the year that I get into pro wrestling because, everything, I know some pro wrestlers, I'd worked with them. Mm-hmm. A lot of my friends were super into it, and it sounded like everything I would like, but it's like kind of daunting to get into if you don't know where to start.
Yeah, I'm currently in pro wrestling school, and it's crazy. It's extremely tough. Yeah, I love wrestling.
It was genuinely very good, and I kind of want to go back because I had to drop out because I got a concussion.
Yeah.
Nobody told me how to tuck my chin properly, so I just kept.
Oh, that's like one of the first things they're supposed to show you.
It's not in their defense. It's not really their fault so much as it is like if someone shows me something, they're like, "Oh, do this." I can't, for the life of me, ever replicate it. Like, my brain just automatically flattens. My all of the folds of my brain go away, and it's just as smooth as a chicken cutlet instantly.
It's tough to practice. It takes a lot of practice, but once you get it down, like just the ability to take bumps and tuck your chin and stuff, like it all comes so naturally. That's the thing. Like my trainer has said before, like, wrestling is one of the most unnatural things that you can do. Because not only do you have to do a whole bunch of movements that you wouldn't normally do, but it's like you also have to do movements in tandem with other people in order to not hurt each other, and while still trying to make it look like you're hurting each other. It's extremely tough to do.
But then you also have to sell it so it can't be too obvious that that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the illusion completely gets ruined. Yeah, I mean, I want to go back eventually because like weird small world moment, but I wrote a book and Chris Jericho had the same publisher as me, and we were both tabling at BookCon in the same year, and I scurried over. I'm like, "Hi, crazy question. How do you tuck your chin?" And he's like, "Oh, you look at your belly button." I'm like, "Oh my god, I get it now. I get it now." Like Frank Reynolds at the end of that Always Sunny finale, just I get it now. So I'd love to go back because it was, if nothing else, like so intense in like a really fun way, and everybody there was cool as hell. And the school I went to was fantastic. I walked in and they're like, "Hey, so we noticed we have a mixed gender class this year. If we see any of you treating them any differently than you do anyone else, we'll make sure you never work in this industry."
Right.
It was awesome.
That is cool. There was the question in the chat we had a bit ago from Black Bolt Speaks. Can you talk about your wrestling persona / name?
Okay, so the plan was I wanted to be Dad. So I would wear like a Doug Funny sweater vest up top, and then still like the little shorty shorts on bottom with like the knee pads and everything, and like slick back my hair, be kind of like drag king chic, the tiny, like one of those like tiny little Robin Hood Men in Tights mustaches, right? Like one of the little wispy ones. And my special move would be like a modified pile driver and be like, "You're grounded," and then like
that's so good.
Thank you.
That's so good.
I really wanted to find like a massive guy to team up with that would wear like a very like played completely straight, beautiful like 1950s housewife like dress, and I'd be like, I'd be like in the ring, I'd be like, "Wait till your mother gets home," and then you'd be like, "Rah!" and like be the scarier one. But instead I got a concussion.
Yeah.
Okay, we are finally through these awful supports and all of that plastic just for the so we can finally start assembling this. Interesting. Again, I lied to the chat for fun. There's supports on the inside. I just gotta quickly pop out of here so the rod has somewhere to go. And I'll let you guys decide. Do you wanna see the next step of do you want to see hand sculpting to repair these back to look like those? Or do you want to see me figure out this metal rod situation and drill into something that makes sparks go everywhere? I think we have time to do both. But...
Sparks.
Okay.
Sparks.
All right.
Sparks. I got $10 from the lobotomite. Thank you so much.
So critically, we're going to put on some eye protection because, we're not going to mess around here. We're having fun, but we're not going to mess around. And we're going to line, it's a very scientific process of, because I modeled this when I was not as good of a 3D modeler as I am now, I did not really have a specific measurement in mind for the sword. So we're just going to see how much of it we can get in here. We're going to mark it with a Sharpie. And then we are going to cut through it with a rotary tool that I have here, which is not like the most effective way to do it, but it is the tools that I have. And, you work with what you've got. So let's just see how much left of this pipe. Ooh. Did I? Okay. So this is most of the sword. You can see that I'm at least like modeled in these little nubby nodes here, which I highly recommend making heavy use of if you're making any kind of 3D modeling props, just because like being able to keep it modular, you'll have to fill more seams later. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. But it's nice to just have everything pop out. And I probably am going to have to sand these down a little when it comes time, but whatever. These slot right into this little hole here. It's called keying when you do it in molding. I don't know if there's a specific or separate term for 3D modeling, but I key my little models, and I don't think this goes terribly deep, but the sticker on the end of it is fighting me. So we're going to, that's not the most critical part of the length to get right. So we are going to, that is a toothbrush, not a Sharpie marker. We are going to call it, hopefully that, because it's not an exact science. I mean, it kind of should be, but I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it like an art. So you're probably going to want to go ahead and mute me shortly. but not yet. If I was doing this in a better way, kids at home, I would use 2 clamps and clamp it over something where, 2 clamps on each side. You can just drill down the center, very stable. But 2 important things is this is a hollow tube, so it's not that much to actually cut through. And I'm just going to trust my body. But don't do that. Don't be like me. Work smarter, not harder.
Now let me ask you a question. Why in the world would I mute this when it's probably going to be the best sound we're going to hear all night?
Okay, I guess just look out for your ears. I was hoping for more sparks.
The mic filter is doing heavy lifting. It really is.
And there you go. Pop it off like that.
Amazing work. Dubstep stream.
Oh yeah, sorry for dropping the beat on everybody there for a second. Okay. So I believe... There we go. And then we'll see if this fully goes in. Yes. Okay, that looks nice and snug too.
Fucking
so hopefully,
awesome.
What I think went wrong is you can see this is one of the break points, and that's where the thing is. I think it didn't have it quite as like completely flush here. So you notice if you pick it up, you can imagine like if there's any kind of looseness in here, that the weight would make it kind of go a little bit. I don't know what that sound was, but let's just go with it. So we're trying to avoid that this time. So just to be super extra careful, because I do not want to drive myself crazy, I'm going to take a little bit more off the top.
Stella, well, I guess I'll wait until you're finished making very loud noises first. But Stella has a very nice message for you.
Yeah, Stella, my love.
Stella says, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen.
I'm so glad this is an overhead shot and nobody has to see me be flustered. Even blacksmiths get bashful. Okay, I think it's all in there. So we can, you can see me stick all this together and look closer to a sword than that, or I can show you some sculpting. What do you think, Chad? Oh, there's metal in my mouth.
Waiting to see what people say.
Sorry, generating files for an event on Friday.
I like to, so when I'm just going to start gluing in. If you guys want to see sculpting, I'll switch to that. So when you
Artro Bro did just say sword, and oh my god, $150 from Celine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Celine. So if you are making 3D printing parts, or honestly like anything, you're going to glue it. Little life hack: sand it first. It spreads out the surface area, gives more surface and texture for the glue to adhere to, and that's pretty standard dogma stuff. But I am pretty close to a first timer. Despite it's my first time trying to finish a build, but it's been 2 years because I didn't know how to 3D model or anything before this. Which if you're interested in, super recommend screwing around in Blender. There's a tutorial by, I'm gonna screw up the name. It's either Lightning Cosplay or Kamui Cosplay. One of those two is a 2-person team where Benny is the modeler, and he has a beautiful intro to Blender YouTube that's really great for starting, because Blender has a ton of stuff. It can be super overwhelming to get into, but this focuses on okay, so if you want to 3D print something, if you want it to go on the body, if you want it to look like something from a video game, here's how you do it. Don't worry about UV unwrapping, rigging, all of that stuff, because you're not going to use it, at least for that. So highly recommend that. It feels daunting to go from nothing to this, but I did not know how to do any of this like two or 3 years ago. I say 2 years because I got COVID really bad in between those, and there's like a missing year. So it might technically be 3 by the calendar, but it's roughly 2 because I was just kind of not a person for a year. So it's really surprising. You might surprise yourself like how close the distance between total beginner and something that you can touch and hold and swing around and apparently impress girls with. It's a shorter path than you think, and it's really, really cool. And if you don't have a 3D printer, like you mentioned earlier, check your local library. There's also places that you can send that will 3D print it for you. But it's only getting more and more accessible as time goes on, which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I wanted to ask on that because, like, I did modeling in I did 3D modeling in college, but we used Maya and Mudbox, and I opened Blender, and I've only been able to do the most rudimentary stuff in it because the UI is just, I cannot process what the hell everything does. So I dropped you a request for you to send me that tutorial later after stream is over.
Oh yeah,
so absolutely.
Because I'm like, I want to get back at it. But God, I need some actual tutorials to like start the juices flowing and learn the software. Because I'm not spending $2,700 to have Maya and Mudbox.
I mean, if you want something even better than, just for, more extensible beyond just like making props or anything for 3D printing, there's blendersecrets.org. The beauty of blendersecrets.org, aside from the fact that the guy is really knowledgeable, is he breaks up all of his tutorials, which are all fairly short, into here's what to do this exact thing. So if you have a use case, it's like divvied up by that rather than these like long 2-hour tutorials that'll show you a bunch of stuff you might not necessarily need. If you have like some foundational knowledge or like a plan of what you need to be doing, blendersecrets.org is an incredible resource to like go and get more specific about like, okay, but like, how do I do this? Also, ZBrush is really cool, but I don't have much in the way of tutorials for that because the last game studio I was at had a cool deal with a local art school, and I got to go take a class on that from someone who actually knew what they were doing, who is really cool, and she is kind of like my mentor now, and super, super friendly. A lot of people in the 3D printing, props, special effects communities are very, very nice folks that, if you're just like, whoa, that's cool, how did you do it? That's like my favorite question. And I know a lot of us feel that way, so don't be afraid to just ask. It's sort of like showing pictures of your kids or your pets when you're in group settings, right? If someone's like, oh, can I see a picture or tell me something about your project? It's like, oh my God, thank God somebody finally, burst the bubble. Let me just, this. So if anything, you might have a harder time getting them to shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, so these parts are all sanded, and we're going to use my glue of choice for this because again, I have crappy little hands due to that aforementioned crappy little medical condition. So I like to use Loctite, which is this. It bonds super fast. I'd also recommend just regular old super glue, especially if you have like spray on accelerant, which is super fast, and you don't have to hold it together as long. It just makes it cure faster, which is really, really nice. So we're going to take this first piece, make sure that rod's nice and tight in there. And then we are going to just draw in some super glue all around it. And this is not the kind of glue that you have to let get tacky or cure. Always check your glue labels. There's also the resource this to that. If you're like, how do I glue this to that? It'll tell you, and it's awesome, and I can't recommend it enough. So this is where it's heart surgery, right? We want to make sure that this rod's in there nice and tight. We want to make sure that the connection is flush, that it's correct on all sides. It looks pretty good. And we're just going to hold it. Loctite's going to grab it. It's very stream friendly on that because I don't have to sit here like this for 10 minutes. And it's pretty on there. So that's
awesome.
Like a third of the sword. And we're just going to do that 2 more times. Because the Quillians, these little pointy guys, are going to need more work than that.
I have a donation from Klingity for $10 and Not Your Bed for $25. Thank you.
Thank you. And since I think my time is getting close to up.
That's right. We've only got like 4 minutes left.
We're going to get through most of a sword. Most of a sword. we will just ignore the months of work it takes to learn how to 3D model and then make your own models and the week of printing. But this is most, and all the post-processing that's going to come after this. But most of a sword. Close enough for horseshoes.
Basically there.
Yeah. We are most of the way.
It might as well be hand grenades. It's a sword after all.
Yeah, you could swing that at someone and it would hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it would hurt me because it would probably break.
It would
well, it might not break. But I'd be like, no,
I
don't
believe
do that.
I believe in the strength of your blades.
That would be a mistake. And it seems like I may have gotten this rod in here too well, which is a nice problem to have. But now, look at this little gap. So we're just gonna watch your ears, everybody.
LB with 2080, thank you so much. And cat.com with $50.11.
Well, someone broke the donation because it's given me decimals out to like the billions.
I don't know how it's doing that. My tracker looks fine. I don't know how it did that.
I'm just gonna send a quick screenshot.
Maybe try refreshing it and see if that works.
I just did, and then
That's strange. That's crazy.
So I'll put in sidebar for general so you can see. It's very funny.
There we go. And I super glued the sword to my shirt a little bit. There we go. Okay. It's always good when the glue is a little bit too effective because that means we're going to have a nice little hold on this. And hopefully I will not telltale heart style be driven by a little crack that keeps appearing no matter what I do that I can't seem to fix. Okay. There we go.
Amazing.
That looks good. And we're just going to hold it for a few more seconds. And there's most of a sword.
And thank you for the $25, Matthew Olson, bringing us over $9,500.
Incredible. Thank you.
And thank you, Zoe. It is about time that we're going to need to swap off. But thank you so much for coming on the stream and building a sword for us. This has been fucking amazing.
Happy to build swords. I was just going to be doing this in a far less dignified fashion with far more swearing. Sword.
We're gonna be raiding off our friend Kay, Duckfeed TV. You're here with us now, are you?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and raid off to you right now.
Okay.
I gotta get the actual URL.
I'll share my screen as well.
I just noticed with the last slice that we got filled out, we have gotten into the quote of "Get loved, idiot." That's very good. That's very good.
All right, everyone.
Oh shoot!
This is
if I can.
We're gonna raid on over to Kay, Duckfeed TV. Our next segment in the our next bit in the marathon. Our next bit in the marathon. And this is also going to be it for me. I'm very tired. I need to hand this off to someone else. Goodbye.
Bye. Hello and welcome. My name is Kay. If you are just getting here from